All right, let's do this. How's everybody doing tonight? This was completely unexpected. I had no intention of playing this game today. I was going to do a Grand Tactician stream tonight, and then I got the email that this game was out. It's been on my wish list, so here we are. So bear with me, guys. I literally bought the game less than an hour ago. I took a little bit of time to play a couple of the training missions just to get my feet wet, but it is very clear that there's a ton of depth to this game, and there's no way that I can possibly do that justice in this stream. So we're going to kind of play through a little bit. I just mainly want to showcase the features of the game and discover them with all of you. So there's an ad. Well, I mean, that probably happens. YouTube does those automatically even on a stream, so just hit skip if you need to. Hey, what's going on, Jason? Yeah, so this is, if you've seen any of my videos playing Pacific Fleet, that's the best thing I can compare this to, except this looks better and has many more features than Pacific Fleet. This is the game Pacific Fleet could have been. The boss, that's an excellent question, and as early as I have gotten into this game, that's a concern of mine too, is the micromanaging that may be necessary in this. So did I eat dinner before the stream? I actually was eating dinner while warming up with this a little bit. Dinner was done about a half hour ago, so I just finished. My empty bowl is still sitting here. So all right. So I'm just going to try to highlight some of the features, show you guys a little bit of the game. I just installed it an hour ago. Just to start, I want to show you a couple of we'll go through a couple of the training missions just so you can see what it's like. And you can kind of see some of the features. It's the easiest way to do that. So I'll kind of ignore what's up here because I've learned a little bit already what to do. So here we have a Northampton, and that's what we're controlling for this one. Now you have the option to take control of a single plane or ship, or just control the whole fleet. You can do both. So in this case, with the gunnery, I don't want to do this one because this one doesn't actually give us the option to shoot at anything. It's just showing us how to manually do it. So let's take a look at, okay, hitting moving targets. We'll do that one. Dargesh, what's going on? All right, so we've got a Northampton here. I'm going to look at here's our kind of our tactical map that lets us see everything that's going on. We've actually got some Wildcats here that we can actually control. And then we've also got Northampton and the Porter. And there's a lot of ways you can control all this stuff. And I'm going to be bouncing all around because I'm just trying to highlight some of what this game has to offer. Here's the orders, and you can do formations, and when you go into a battle, you can change those formations. So, for example, if I take Porter, I can tell them to follow Northampton, and I can put them in various kinds of formations here. So I could do line ahead, and then just tell them form up. But oh, that's right, I got to do both. There we go, form up. There, now they'll form up Northampton, and then Porter's going to form up behind Northampton because that's what I told him to do. Let's go ahead and get out of this. I want to go ahead and show you how we target something. So I'm just going to kind of skip through all of that. I am going to check the museum, Torsk. That is where they are. It's similar to Battle Stations Pacific. It's $40 US, Rodney. I've had the game about an hour. I got an email right about the time that I posted I was doing a Grand Tactician stream. All right, so let's see. We don't see any of the enemies yet, but let me go ahead and show you too the air. You can go over to the Wildcats. So this is really cool because you can manually control them. So you can see here, oh, Rampant Fury, thank you, appreciate that. So see, I can manually control these guys if I want, or I can just give them orders and have them follow those automatically. I can do navigation and just kind of give them waypoints to follow, and they'll do that. So just kind of trying to highlight some of the stuff here. Where's the enemy fleet, so I can show you something that I can get them shooting. What's cool about this too is you actually can split your targets up, or split your fire. So in other words, let me show you this. Here's my main guns. So here's some of the what you can do. You've got your main director. You can do manual fire, so I can manually fire and just choose somewhere that I want to shoot, and just say, okay, we want to fire right there. Hit the fire control, and aim it out there. And now you can see all my guns are going to fire at the position that I clicked on, and I can hold the fire. I can also, though, do this. I can select or deselect certain guns. So I can say, okay, I want to fire the main guns that way, and you can see them splashing, or I can deselect those and I can choose this one, and I can have that one fire this direction. So look, now I've got these guys firing over there and this one firing over here. Yes, Enterprise is in this game. It's real time, but you can pause it. Hey, Texan, what's going on? So anyway, I'm just trying to show you some of the stuff that this thing can do. It's got a campaign. The nine-tailed, Ari the nine-tailed fox. That's cool. I just installed it, so I want to show you guys the planes because this is cool. Let me go to the training mission for a second and go to air attacks. So here we've got ourselves a Wildcat. And I'm going to look at the targets up here. So I'm going to target this lead ship here. And then I'm going to go ahead, excuse me. If I hit the F button, it actually focuses on him, but keeps the camera aimed at the target. So then we'll go to orders and we'll hit attack. When I hit attack, he's going to make his attack run. Now in this case it's a fighter, so all he can do is strafe. So we're going to go in for a strafing run. And then I'll show you the torpedoes. We'll take one of the Avengers and take them in for a torpedo run and let you see this. And again, you can give these orders and they'll do it themselves, or you can do this manually. Here's the information down here below. It shows range to target, their bearing, the heading, the speed of the target, which in this case it's not moving. Controls here, this is where I can set my, I can manually set an altitude, set a speed, and set a direction. Rampant Fury, that's a good question. We'll take a look and see what ships are available. I'll go into the museum and show you that in a minute. I apologize if I miss any of your chats because I'm so new to this game that I'm trying to focus on making sure I do everything right. It just came out today. So here he's going to do a strafing run. And then he'll break off. So let's go ahead and switch now to the Avengers. Now I can, if I do this, clicking on this little triangle actually takes you to that particular unit, but clicking on these just highlights them. Now I can select all three, and I can tell them to form up in, let's say, a Vic formation. So now they're going to form up in a Vic formation, and I can actually select how close. So if I want them to be 50 yards apart, or if I want to change that and have them spread out a little more, I can. So now let's go ahead and target number 2. Hit attack. And all three of them are going to now go in for a torpedo run. Avengers assemble. Torsk, we'll take a look in a minute. Yeah, and I can choose which one I want to be the leader and follower, etc. So there's a lot of great features, and it looks really good too. The graphics quality is definitely improved. Zach, thank you. And then of course there's the campaign, and it does appear to have the ability to eventually have Atlantic battles as well. It's not limited just to the Pacific, though I think the campaign is. Reflex, good. I'm just kind of showing off some of the features here. I just got the game about an hour ago. So we're going to watch the Avenger drop a torpedo here. Actually, all three of them are. I'm going to zoom out so you can see all three of them. They're getting into you see how they kind of lined up to do their torpedo drops. So we've got 3 torpedoes in the water now. I'm going to break off of the camera. Actually, yeah, there we go. That way we can see this as it happens. He's not moving, so pretty easy. There you go. And you actually can do an underwater view as well, which is pretty cool. I don't know if that's going to be enough to sink this guy or not. But wait till I start showing you the ships and the damage control. There's a ton of damage control options. You can micromanage all you want on this game, but you don't have to, which is what's really cool about this. John Dickens, I'm going to take a look in just a second at all the ships because a lot of people are asking about that. I just want to watch this thing sink. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to speed up the time. I think there probably is. Oh, he's sinking. All right, there we go. We got a sinking there. So, all right, let's go. Since a lot of you are asking about what ships are in the game, let's go to the museum real quick. All right, here's the museum. And this shows you what ships are in the game. And of course, these are all of the available classes. I'm going to go all the way to the top here. Those are the Japanese ones. So there you go. We got some British ships. Perth-class light cruiser. There's so many here. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. So here's an Atlanta-class light cruiser. Cleveland-class, Pensacola-class, Northampton, Portland, New Orleans, Wichita. There's the North Carolina-class battleship. Hey, Zach, it's cold and snowy here. We got about 6 inches of snow on the ground. South Dakota, yeah, we've only got up to South Dakota so far. I don't know if they'll eventually add more later. The game just came out today. We've got Yorktown-class carriers, and those are the only carriers we have. So we don't have, like, the Essex class, for example. Here's the merchant ships, the Oilers, County-class heavy cruiser, B-1 Japanese submarines. So you're not going to have Yamato, for example. Okay. Torsk, oh, you want to see yourself? Let's go back here. I don't know how to do this. Here we go. What class is Torsk anyway? I have no idea. Yamato was there? Did I miss that? I guess Yamato, yeah, Yamato was built, came out in 1942, so that makes sense. So I think if we hit this button, we can get a glimpse of Yamato. There we go. Those big 18-inch guns. Lovely. Torsk is a tench. Okay. All right, so there's the tench class. Sweet. All right. Let's go back out because I want to show a bunch more features of this. Like I said, these are the single battles that are available if you don't want to do a campaign. And they've got all the big ones. Coral Sea, Day 1 and 2. Midway. Savo Island, which was kind of a disaster for the Americans, if I remember. Eastern Solomons, Santa Cruz, Cape Esperance, Guadalcanal. Sinking of the Juno. Second Guadalcanal. All the way. There's... Oh, whoa! Oh, that's Bismarck Sea. What am I was thinking of the Battle of the Denmark Straits. I don't know why. That involved the Bismarck. So there's 24 to start. There are headings for Atlantic and Indian Ocean ones, but there's nothing under the Atlantic. That tells me they're planning on adding more at some point. Random British guy, what's going on? Is this multiplayer? I do not believe so. I haven't seen anything that indicates that. I didn't see sinking the Yamato. Then campaign. Right now, there's 2 campaigns that you can choose from. Both Operation Watchtower and then Battle of Guadalcanal. But let's go ahead and just select a single battle just so we can kind of play around and I can show you some of what happens with the guns and such. I'm going to choose. You can choose either side, by the way. Let me see if that's true for the campaign as well. It looks like the campaign. Oh, okay. So these are just the same campaign. One is Japan and one's the playing as the Allies. So naval and air, Mr. Jamicide. That's correct. Okay, so let's go Savo Island just so I can show you some of the ships. All right, so to start out, you can see that you actually get, you can kind of set up what you're doing a little bit. So for example, if I don't know if I have the option to change these formations. It looks like we do not. We have to just go with where they are for this particular mission. So here are the 9 ships that we're going to start with. So let's go ahead and start. And then I'm actually going to pause the game, because I think the Japanese are going to come in from behind us here. Are there dive bombers? Yes. I haven't tried them out yet, but that's going to be so much fun to follow a dive bomber on its run, like maybe doing Midway. Maybe we'll check that out. We'll try to do that here in this stream. All right, so here's Savo Island. Now, let me go ahead and choose one of these ships. So say Bagley, for example. I'm actually going to let it play, because what I want to do is I want to be able to wait until we spot the Japanese. Here they are. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in... I'm going to do this. So you can see the Japanese are firing on us now. So I'm going to take the Bagley. And I can actually... you can see here I can actually do the binoculars. So I can get kind of a view from there. And I hit T to target. And then I can target that lead ship. And then if I hit 1, that'll bring up my main guns. And I can tell them to start firing on that lead ship, the one that I've just targeted. I'm going to go back to the Chicago, because they're the rear ship in this formation. They're the ones that are getting fired on. Oh boy. And then I'll show you the... look at all that fire coming on me. This is a disaster waiting to happen, this particular mission, but that's why I chose it, so you can kind of see that. Let's target. Here we go. Now you can choose AP, HE, or Star Shells. You can see your main director and what their targeting solution is at the moment. You can see my guns are kind of, they're getting turned around. I can issue loose formation, full salvo. I can do manual, or I can wait until they will wait. If I hit spot, they'll wait until the previous shots land before they fire again. All right, let me catch up on chat here. Two things, guys, if you would. I see we've got a lot of people here. If you would hit that like button, I'd greatly appreciate it, and also subscribe. I will definitely be playing a lot of this game moving forward now that we have it. I just need to get my feet wet before I dive into a campaign. But yeah, if you've seen me play Pacific Fleet, I think this is like a massive upgrade to Pacific Fleet. Can I speed up the ship? Yes. I'm trying to remember where the... here's the orders. Okay. So let's... they're in formation. So what I need to do is I need to go to the lead ship in the formation. We'll raise them up. We'll get up to like 28 knots here. And that'll hopefully get everybody speeding up. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. There are carriers, yes, and I'll take a look at Midway here in a little bit. So let me look at... let's look at the damage control for a second here. I'm trying to remember how to do that. I think it's F8 maybe. There we go. So here's damage control. Let me pause for a second so we can take a look at that. You can see they've already taken heavy damage. You can see where the flooding is. And you can manually assign damage control, or you can have it set to auto-assign damage control, which is what we're on right now. But you've got different damage control crews that you can assign. You can see here's engineering. There's our magazine, and you can see the integrity of the various parts of the ship, how much damage they're taking. You can see in this case all the hits have been on the right side. $40 US, Mr. Beep. This is early war. I think both current campaigns that they have available start in 1942. Yes, Harry Johnson, there are British ships. We were looking at those a little while ago. British, Japanese, and U.S. So there's a lot to this game. You can control. I don't think there's any planes in this particular mission. I'm not really trying to win this. I'm just trying to kind of show how it goes. Let me go over to the Wilson, because those are the ships that are over on this side. I'm trying to remember the controls as best I can here. So Wilson's a Benham class destroyer. Let's get them sped up a little bit. Right now they're set to line ahead with 500 yards in between. I can increase that. I can change the formation if I choose. I'm going to tell them to attack. Oh, I didn't select a target yet. So let's zoom out here. Now I can give them attack orders. Same thing with Bagley. I'm going to select all of these guys and tell them to attack. Hey, what's going on, Insane? Yeah, I expect, like Elite Commando said, this game was just released. This is version 1.0. You can tell they're planning on adding more. This will eventually include the late game stuff. They wanted to get it out with a fully playable campaign, so that's what we have in the 1942. Let's get out of this. So you can see this one's in pretty bad shape at this point. Critical damage now. It's going to go down. We have torpedoes coming at it too. Torpedo just hit. I'm mainly just kind of showing off the game because I am not good at it yet. I haven't even really played it much. Let's see. There we go. I'm trying to remember the hotkeys. There we go. Yeah, this is the Battle of Savo Island. Fire near the ammo and fuel, that's right. I even like just the animation on the American flag is really cool here. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of the Japanese ships. You can see our shots coming in, and look at that smoke. It looks like it looks realistic. It doesn't fake. It looks like it should with the wind blowing. The game looks really nice. Yeah, random British guy, I would assume. Yeah, you can manually control and fire the guns. Let me show you an example of that. So let me take control of the Wilson, and then let's get on our navigation here. And I'll choose my main guns, and then what we want to do is actually hit manual right here. I gotta bring this around. Here we go. So then I'm gonna hit fire, and you can see I can actually say, okay, I want you to fire right there. And they'll fire those guns, and you can split your targets too. You can have some guns firing on one ship and the other guns firing on a different target in a completely different direction if you want. You can control your mains and your secondaries if you have them differently. We do have some torpedoes here, which can also be fired manually or automatic. And you can see how many torpedoes you want to fire and how big you want the arc to be. On the spread of those. We don't have any kind of solution right now. Indianapolis would have come later, wasn't it? I can't remember. I know it's a cruiser. I can't remember when it was built, though. But yeah, this just came out today. I got the email right about the time I had posted that I was going to do a Grand Tactician live stream, and ended up doing this instead. So I'll create a channel over on Discord for this game so we can continue the conversation. VLSG This is really, it's kind of both. It's like Victory at Sea Pacific, but it has much more micromanaging available to it than Victory at Sea Pacific. And yeah, I would imagine there's depleted ammunition. Let me see if I can find where that is. I haven't really gotten that deep into all of this yet. Here's our main guns. There you go. You can see HE is full. We have no AP shells. We have 50 star shells. So you can see how many of each type you have. And it's showing, oh, it's firing on a fixed point still, so it's just kind of doing that because that's what I told it to do. So let's tell it to target that ship there. Early war, yeah, fair point, John Dickens. Early Pacific War for the U.S. We silly Americans forget that the war was going on for over 2 years when we got involved. Same with World War I. It was going for a long time before we got involved. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Beep, for taking care of that. All right, so let's get out of this and let's go to Midway now because I really want to see some dive bombers in action. And then we'll take a look at the campaign. So let's go to Midway, day 1. So here you go. You can see the beginnings of our fleet. There must be more to it somewhere because I don't see where are oh, there's Yorktown. Okay. Yorktown's in the middle of all that. So this is the Yorktown task force that we're dealing with this one. Now, I have not tried things like taking off and landing planes. But you can see we've got our combat air patrol right here with these Wildcats. The Midway one is fast-paced. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I'm not expecting to play this well. I just mainly want to show it off so everybody can kind of see. Yorktown is a target for multiple waves of Japanese aircraft launched from the Hiryu. So let's take a look at orders here. Everybody's in formation at the moment. We'll keep the auto fire flak is on. John Stamper, that is awesome. Your uncle served on the Yorktown. This does have submarine warfare too. So you can kind of see, okay, here they come. So let's go ahead and do this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm assuming these are the Japanese, the Vals and the Kates coming in. Yep. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to target these guys. So we can go in and actually see the fighting. I should probably spread these out a little bit. I'm still learning how to do entire formations and things like that. I can form these two up. I can actually form them all up if I want to. We can do Vic, form up. Okay. It is possible to fly things yourself, yes. You can control everything manually, actually. So I'm just going to follow this guy here. Try to see me land on a carrier. Yeah, it'll take, it's not easy, and it seems like it just makes more sense to allow them to do this manually than to try to do it myself. Here we go. We're going in for an attack now. New contacts. Oh, lovely. See, like I can hit one and tell him to start firing manually, or he'll do it himself. We just took out 2 of them, I think. Well, 1 anyway. Nice. They're about to make their run on my ships. Let's watch them now. Look, you can even see the guy, the rear gunner. That's awesome. Here they go. At least they're not going after my carrier. These are dive bombers. Oh boy. Oh, that just looks so pretty. Even though he just tore up one of my ships, it looked so good. Russell and Hughes were both hit. One of them was a dud. Look at that. I bet the torpedoes are duds for the Americans. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun to play when I figure out how to play it. Yorktown got hit by 2 plus a dud. What are my Wildcats doing? I still have to figure out how to tell them just to go after targets on their own. Oh, just lost that one. I think he shot down all my Wildcats. He did. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. How to kind of choose to do those things on my own. So I'm going to take control of this guy. You can just kind of manually take control anytime you want. I got to remember how to do this. It's really pretty tough, and it just makes a lot more sense just to tell them what to do. Alright, spacebar is how we pause and unpause. Yep. F5. Nope. F7's orders. There we go. Still getting my feet wet with the controllers. The carriers do have limited aircraft. Can you rename ships in custom battles? Good question. We'll take a look at the custom battles here in a minute. Oh, Y is how we do that? Manual flying the War Thunder skill can be put to good use. There you go. Fire! Take that guy down. There you go. Okay, now he automatically switched to the other target. There you go. Splash that one. Now we're going to splash this one. Boom. Nice. The Y key. All right, good to know. Now I remember from my... Is this more of them coming in? Take them down. I love how you can see that he's taking an intercept course instead of flying straight at him, which I really like. All their rear gunners are firing at me. Beautiful. Yes, this game has Yamato, Caleb. We were just looking at that. Elite Commando says he single-handedly saved my fleet. Look at this fighter, this pilot, dodging, rocking back and forth to dodge the fire. I love that. Just little things like that make me really appreciate this game. Yeah, hands on. I've seen that series. It's very good on the Enterprise. Any first-person cockpit view? I don't think so. At least I haven't gotten far enough into the game to see it that way. Oh, wait, well, that's the binocular view. Punish Australia for the Bee Gees and Olivia Newton-John. All right, let's take a look at the campaign. We haven't looked at that yet. Well, somebody asked about the custom battles. Let me take a look at that real fast. You can set the engagement settings. You can see that. So I don't know if you can change the names of the ships or not. Here's the ship class. And then there are 30, you can see there's 30 ships in that class, and you've got the names of all of them here. So let's get Torsk. I know Torsk is excited about seeing himself. So there you go, Torsk. We'll add the Torsk. I don't know how you add things. Do we just click here to add it or what? There you go. You click on there to add it. So there, now we've got Torsk. So you can rename that. I don't know if you can rename the fleet, though, or the ships. And it looks like all we're naming is the formation. Okay. So we'll take a look at that more later. I definitely want to take a look at the campaign a little bit. I'm going to look at the training for the campaign. We'll just go through the tutorial. I think that's the easiest way for us to learn about the campaign in this game. So dynamic campaigns are played on the strategic map where you recruit and deploy various sea and air units to achieve your goals. Major controls are outlined below. So here's map filters. Here's the time and the day, and here's how many command points we currently have. And you can pause the time. Inspect and add units. Next location. Summary. So here's our campaign summary. I think there's a way to move this, but I don't remember what it is. There, we can move that one. So we'll get to that. Insane. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Insane is an awesome dude. Insane, you live in the Netherlands, correct? He's one of our mods over on the Discord channel. The platypus is an abomination. Oh man, you guys are funny. Light meter shows 24-hour light conditions with current lighting, so that's cool. That's our light meter right there. Command points show what we can currently spend on ships. Use F5 to open the campaign summary. That's what we were just looking at a second ago. We'll get to that. Objectives. That shows what's required to win the campaign. Locations, sea, repair, losses, and enemy losses. So let's look at that real quick. August 7, 1942, intelligence reports indicate enemy troops have landed on Guadalcanal and have begun construction of an airfield. Once finished, long-range bombers will be free to attack Allied supply lines between America and Australia. So we need to build a rank 5 airfield on Guadalcanal, take control of Guadalcanal and the Florida Islands, maintain control of Port Moresby, Milne Bay, Rennell Islands, Santa Cruz Islands, and Maliata. Insane. Yeah, we'll definitely play some RimWorld together, my friend. We will get to that. I would love to play some multiplayer on that one. Does this have alt timelines if you play as another nation's campaign? Right now, they just have one Allied and one Japanese campaign. I expect more will be added later. Yes, the William D. Porter is in the game. Bryn, it looks amazing. I'm just kind of scratching the surface of it. Here's our rules. Friendly nations, USA and Australia. Hostile nations, Japan. Friendly home ports. Boy, there's so much depth here. Here's the upgrade costs for the different things that you do. Airfield bonus. Oh, you can get B-17Fs. Very cool, very cool. Cannot perform air operations between 1700 and 500 in the morning. Here's our locations. Number of troops, the amount of supplies, the engineering and fuel. So do we not have any ships to start? I mean, we basically are starting completely from scratch, I guess. So here we can kind of click on each of the Japanese locations. Looks like these are ones that are owned by nobody. They must be neutral. Blue's allied, I would assume. We can zoom out and kind of see. So you can see that this particular campaign is really just New Guinea, the Solomons, just the kind of northeast tip of Australia, mainly the Guadalcanal campaign. But yeah, they'll definitely add more. Yeah, it's $40 US on Steam. Random British guy, my typical strategy is play the game for an hour or two, then go back and play the tutorial. But in this case, I did some of the tutorial just because I knew I was going to be doing the stream and I wanted to at least have some idea what I'm doing. Grumblebee, it could be. This is what Victor at Sea Pacific could have been, I think. All right, let's skip ahead and see what else. Events in the strategic map. Yeah, we've done all that already. Locations, recruiting ships. Okay, so let's go ahead and recruit some ships. See how much they cost. We have 250 command points available to us. So it only costs 4 for a Tambor class submarine. Let's see if we go all the way up to, say, a Yorktown. That's 90. But it seems like that would definitely be the kind of thing we would like to have. Select a friendly home port and use New Sea to recruit ships. All right, so where do we want to go here? How come I can't click on New Sea on these ones? Wonder if only certain ones allow that. Oh, there we go. There we can do New Air that way. Sorry, guys. I am just figuring all this out for myself here. Can you rename these? Yep. That's cool. I wonder if you can rename the ships then, too. Enterprise, Hornet, Yorktown. Oh, this game, I think this game's definitely better in Atlantic Fleet. Oh, we don't have enough there. I'm trying to figure out how we get a new ship. You can rename the planes. You can rename the ships, I would assume. There's nowhere to hit New Sea, unfortunately. New Hebrides. Okay, where's that? There we go. Now we can build them down here. Okay, New Sea. So we can name the fleet. We just can't name the ship. So we'll say Task Force A. What else can we add to this? Let's add some destroyers. Oh, Sims is not available. Listed as U Yorktown, as this ship was lost at the Battle of Coral Sea. It is not available for the campaign. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting used to this, guys. So, let's see. Enterprise will need an escort, so let's add an Atlanta class. There we go. And a Tambor class submarine. about the grayback? Adding tambour was not a good idea. The submarine is slow and decreases the speed of the task force. Remove it by left-clicking on the tambour. There we go. Current group formation, line ahead. Swap. There we go. So now Atlanta runs first in the formation. That's good. Sorry, you guys are about 20 seconds behind me, so by the time you're telling me where to find stuff, I've already found it in some cases. Click Done to pay the command point cost and recruit the ships. Any battleships? Yeah, there are some available, but it probably won't let me do it because we're in a... we're just using the tutorial right now. Left-click world to enter the 3D world where Atlanta and Enterprise are sailing off the coast of New Hebrides. There they are right there. Left-click course to set the... let's get off of this. So that's how we can do the locations like that. Show contact, show weather, show map labels. That's cool. I'm trying to select the task force. There we go. World. All right. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, this is neat. So we actually go into where they are and we can kind of manage them. That's pretty cool. That's an added feature I wasn't expecting. I thought that we would just be controlling them kind of on the main map, but there we go. Let's get a look at the Hornet. Beautiful. Search for and engage any enemy forces in the area. So let's navigate out. Oh, Lath, I think it's going to be worth it. Up, down, left, right to select. Get the F-14 Tomcats. Yes, Grumblebee, there's a Japanese and an Allied 1942 campaign to start. And then I believe there will be more campaigns eventually. That was... Even just watching it turn just is satisfying to me. Do we have these guys in formation? We have all selected, okay. You can see the conditions, the visibility, the sea state, the wind speed, layer depth. I guess that would be the underwater for the subs. That's so cool. Can I speed up time? Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to do that. Have not yet learned it. Maybe somebody knows it. Random British guy. I don't know. Unfortunately, guys, I don't have a lot of answers for you as the game just came out, and I'm kind of learning this stuff myself as we go along. I haven't seen any more on Task Force Admirals. Oh, there's speed up time. Oh, we don't actually have these guys moving at the moment. We have the Hornet moving, but not the Atlanta. There's the information on controlling everything. I want to form these guys up. Get them going as fast as I can. The game doesn't seem to be buggy at all. I haven't encountered any problems like that. Yeah, it just goes 5x and 1x on the time right now. Well, I'm not too worried about where Hornet's heading right now. We're just kind of playing around with the game. We're going to exit out of there. Managing groups. There's cargo, aircraft, bombarding. You know what I really want to do? I really want to be able to dive bomb a Japanese carrier. Kind of in the mood for that. Yes, Roblox crew, I am Gory Gaming's father. Are the ships upgradable at all? Not that I have seen. Let's look at under training, building ports and airfields. The ports and airfields seem to be upgradable. I haven't seen anything with... I want to go to advanced air attacks for a minute. Oh, looks like we got some B-17s. Oh yeah, buddy. My wife's grandpa was a ball turret gunner in one of these things right here on a B-17. That looks so pretty. It really does. Alright, so let's attack with some B-17s. Oh, we've got a Dauntless dive bomber too. Very cool. Press 6 to open the bomb doors. Nice. With gentle turns, steer the formation so that the bomb site marker will overlap the target's intercept marker. Alright. Gentle turns. Actually didn't target anything yet. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's the bomb site marker. Yeah, the ball turret was probably the most dangerous place, or maybe the tail. I'm not sure. But he was a small guy, so I think that's probably why he was in a ball turret. I'm gonna hit F so I can't really see the targets yet. They're too far away. Alright, we gotta straighten out now. I think we might need to turn a little more to the left. Yeah, I can imagine this would be hard to hit. There they are right there. So we have to press 7 to drop. I'm going to zoom in so I can have a better sense of where we are here. Alright, I think we're going to be pretty darn close. Hey, Commander Thorne, what's going on? Drop! How close are we going to be? Are we going to be anywhere close? I'm going to find out in a second. Not bad. Not bad at all. A lot of misses, but we did get a big hit. Alright, so that was fun. What's next? Skip bombing. Dropping bombs at very low altitude so they skip like a stone across the water to their target. Alright, now we're going to take control of the Dauntless. So we can set our altitude however we want. What do we want to go to? Altitude of 150. There we go. Target one of the ships and fly straight toward it. Most of this is just really getting used to the controls so that they become second nature. Once they do, I think this game will be a lot smoother and a lot easier. Alright, so what we're going to do is a low altitude and at about 750 to 1,000 yards from target. Use 2 to drop the bombs. You can see the smoke. Oh, doesn't that look amazing? Seeing the smoke off in the distance. That just looks really cool. Now the question is, okay, there's range. So we can see the range to target right here. So when we're between 750 and 1,000, we're going to skip bomb this guy. No, the aircraft controls, I don't see myself doing too much manual attacking on this thing. Oh, we got to hit attack so we actually go in toward him. There's the bomb. So we're going to hit 2 when we get between 750 and 1,000. You can also use your machine guns if you feel like it. It is a good year for naval games, absolutely. There's a lot of good ones coming out. If you're new to the channel and you just joined, please hit that like and hit subscribe if you haven't already. New content every day, here and on my history channel. Alright, here we go. Oh, no, no, no! They dropped them automatically. I didn't want them to do that. Oh, that got screwed up. Because I had hit attack. Oh, I guess we still hit them, though. It worked. Because I hit attack, it didn't do them manually. That's okay. It worked. So I should have just manually flew in and done everything by myself. All right, I want to try a dive bomb. Above 2,400 feet, dive bomb if it's a dive bomber. Okay. Now he's coming in to strafe it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back out and come back into that mission because I want to try dive bombing it. So let's see, advanced air attacks. Okay, can we drag this out of the way now? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to select the Dauntless. We're going to go up to... Oh, jeez, did I just drop the bomb? I'm an idiot. I hit 7 by accident. Yeah, it worked because it was set to automatic. Okay. So we need F7. There we go. So we're going to go up to about 2,700 feet. And then we're going to do a dive bomb run. And we'll do it automatic. Let me wait till I get up to that altitude. Yeah, there's definitely a learning curve. By the time I start a campaign, I'll wait a couple of days to start a campaign on this game till I know what I'm doing. You still have one weapon left. C is the trailing camera, yeah. Alright, so we're up to 1,700 feet now. It's just, oh, I just love looking at it. I really do. As soon as we get up over 2,400 feet, we'll give the attack order. There we go. Let's do it. I'm going to press F because that'll do the follow camera. It'll stay behind as we go in for the dive bomb run. Yeah, I think it looks good. I haven't checked to see what my graphics settings are. It's whatever the default was. So we're about 7,000 yards out. We'll go, Das Reichsfurt, we'll take a look in the settings. I want to see the settings for the graphics anyway, so after I do this dive bomb run, we'll look at the settings, see if those can be changed. Here it comes. Oh, there you go. You got your answer already. I want to hear the sounds on this thing. Oh, wait. No, that's not a dive bomb. That is not at all what I was hoping for. That was really disappointing. And then they missed. So I guess we got to do that manually. When using V to issue an attack target command, above 2,400 feet, a dive bomb if it's a dive bomber, otherwise level bomb. Oh, okay. But Dauntless are dive bombers, right? Yeah, well. Yeah, it does seem kind of low to start the dive. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the settings. So here's the game settings. You've got tooltips, auto switch air leader, metric measurements. There you go. So there's that. Oh. Combat difficulty and campaign difficulty can be changed. How do I go back to... I got to go back to full screen here. Video. There we go. You can turn off whether or not pausing combat is allowed. There's dud bombs, dud torpedoes, which I think enabling makes sense. Player ship friendly fire, player ship collisions, enemy ship collisions, and friendly fire. There is no multiplayer in the game, LR18. It is not a turn-based game, no. It's real-time but can be paused and slowed down. Here's all our cameras. There's a lot of hotkeys on this game, and I can see that learning those and having them become second nature is going to be a real key to this game, because otherwise you're going to be pausing nonstop to issue controls and remember how everything goes. I have the music turned off, of course, as I always do when I'm making videos. Yeah, we'll try some more altitude and see. Yeah, it's more like a real-time strategy game. I'm just looking at what's available here as far as these battles go. All right, let's go ahead and try maybe Coral Sea. Val dive bombers from the carrier Shokaku return to attack a fleet oiler and its escort. There we go. Let's do this. Museum just allows you to look at all the ships that are currently available in the game. You can play as Japan or as the Allies, Phil. All right, so I'm zooming out to see what all Looks like here's a good chance to kind of see what's available. So Devastator, those are torpedo bombers, aren't they? So there's the carrier right there. I'm going to pause for a second. And I'm going to tell all these Dauntlesses to target that carrier. No Italy or Germany? Well, there wouldn't be in a game that's taking place in the Pacific for the most part. Eventually, it looks like they're going to have stuff in the Atlantic. Yeah, Devastator's torpedo bomber. That's what I was saying. Dauntless is dive bomb. Here come the Zeros. All right, hold on. Let me select all of these. I'm literally sending everything after the carrier just because I want to see that happen. Oh, we already took out 2 of the Japanese fighters. There go one of mine. More aircraft coming in. Here we go. Dive, baby, dive. What are you waiting for? Looked like the other ones dove, but not that one. Yes! Let's take a look at the Devastators now. Here they're coming in for their torpedo run. Hopefully they aren't all duds. We're really far out at the moment. We're 14,000 yards out in closing. Well, that aircraft probably doesn't have a target now because he dropped his bomb already. In this case, you probably wouldn't rearm unless you go back to the carrier. So I lost 3 of the Dauntlesses so far. Aim at the big red circle. There goes another Dauntless. We're still at 10,000 yards. Hopefully these torpedoes aren't all duds. We just get another... Oh! Somebody else just got some bombs on target. You could see the explosions. That's one of my favorite things so far about this game, is watching from a distance and seeing the explosions, and it just looks real. Like, it looks like what you would think that would look like from this distance. Because we're still 8,000 yards out, so we're several miles away. Don't be duds, torpedoes. Don't be duds. Wonder how close they're going to get before they drop them. Whoa, why are they pulling away? Oh, he already put his in the water? Two of our Devastators have already been taken out. I know, I'm not worried about the Dauntlesses just because I'm not really fighting this campaign. I'm mainly just focusing on, I want to see these torpedoes go in. No target. Oh, did the carrier sink? Is that why? So let's target this ship over here. Yes, Hal Peril. I've done a whole campaign on Victory at Sea Pacific. This feels a lot like that game, but much better. Yeah, I think this carrier's down. I think that's why we couldn't target it. And then I think I switched to a new target too late to be able to torpedo this one. Oh yeah, let's watch him go down. Oh, there, I did hit him with another torpedo. Not that it was necessary. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, they've done a nice job on this underwater look. It looks real. It looks spectacular. Jeff Jensen, definitely a much prettier version of Victory at Sea Pacific, and definitely seems to play much better. It doesn't seem buggy at all so far. Yeah, I think it's going down. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so now we could actually go ahead and come back and target some of these other ships. So we're going to send them all after this guy. Actually, we should probably send some after the other one. There we go. So now we'll have half of them going after one and half going after the other. And if they don't have any torpedoes, of course, they're going to have to just strafe. This guy's still got a torpedo. I think we're trying to go in circles here. Let's try to speed it up. Oh, time compression not available. Oh, we've lost everything but 4 Devastators. Victory at Sea is having an 80% off sale. No, don't buy it. Buy this one. Definitely buy this one. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy yourself. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Daily content whenever possible, and we have a fantastic community over on Discord. A lot of great things going on. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I haven't even touched the sub warfare yet. We'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, so maybe these torpedoes aren't quite as bad as the other duds. This is not an ideal attack formation. Unless we're going after this one. They're firing flak at my other two. The flak looks good. I mean, the visuals are very good on this game. I'm very pleased with those. Huge step up from Victory at Sea Pacific. Drop it. Get that thing in the water, dude. There it goes. I think we're going to have a hit here. He took out the plane. We got a torpedo coming in from this side, and that got a hit. And then we got one coming in from the other side, too. But that one's going to miss behind him, unfortunately. All right, so that was fun. Now let's go ahead and take a look at submarine warfare, because I haven't tried that yet. Do we have a... Oh, here we go. Here's a tutorial for sub warfare. Okay. Submarine specific functions. You can see all of those here. Periscope depth, dive, emergency blow, scope, run silent. You can select your depth right here, your speed, your direction. All right, so while submerged, the binoculars view can't be used unless you're at periscope depth. So let's left-click scope. There's our periscope. Target the oiler. It's at 90 on the camera. So we're going to target that guy. Use 4 to open up the torpedo weapon panel. Okay, so there's our torpedoes. You can see we're getting our firing solution right now. Left click the rear torpedo room icon, so that's this one here. To deselect it, it was already selected. So it's to only fire with the forward torpedo tube. Set both sliders under settings to 3. So we're going to fire 3 torpedoes with a 3-degree spread. So we've got the target solution pretty good now. Let's wait until we get 100%. And I guess 99 is as good as it gets. Fire. Now we're going to watch our torpedoes. Why do I feel like those are not heading the direction I want them to go? It definitely looks like they're going to miss. Oh, there they go. They just kind of turned. I think we got them. Have I played Wolfpack? No, but I've watched some videos. It looks really cool. Yeah, you can go. You can see the sub by going underwater. Got a nice spread there. That 3-degree spread looks like it's going to be perfect. Nice. I think we got them. So let's go back to our ship so we can get a look. Oh, we surfaced. Okay. I think, what is it? Is it? I can't remember how to hit the controls to do things. It's not working. There we go. Main director. And then, of course, there's diving. But we don't need to get into all that right now. Did they have guided torpedoes? You mean like with wires? That's cool. I was not aware of that. What else can we do that we haven't done that I can show you guys? Yeah, when I was a teenager, Red Storm Rising was one of my absolutely favorite games. I had it on the Commodore 64, and it was so good. You cannot play with German in this game. Can we see some battleship action? Sure, let's do a custom battle. Insane. Thank you. Japan will conquer all, he says. So let's do like a one-on-one battle. Let's take here's Yamato. And we'll add a Yamato in there. And then let's see. Oh yeah, and it's got the sister ship, the Musashi there. And then let's add a couple of North Carolinas. I guess I don't want to have them on the same side, do I? How do I choose the other side? Oh, this, yeah, so here we go. So North Carolina. Play side, there we go. Now let's choose Japan. We got Yamato. You can actually mix and match, so you could have ships of different sides fighting on the same side. I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. So Yamato on one side, yep. We can drag it over here. North Carolina and Washington. You have to close out of the window on the left to add. Okay, that makes sense. So let's remove those two. So that's blue. We want to change them to red. Okay, and then we'll add North Carolina. Oh, that's just choosing the play side. Okay, we're going to add them as blue. We'll put them out here somewhere. And then we'll add Washington. There we go. All right, now let's save it. Seems like it's actually pretty easy to do once you figure out how to do it. So then let's go into the world. Here's Yamato. All right. Yes. Okay. Let's look at our navigation window here. We actually aren't spotting them at the moment, so we're just gonna navigate that way for now. And then let's get where's my controls? Orders is F7, that's right. Let's get up to max speed. Yeah, they were pretty far apart, but I wanted to give myself a little bit of time. Oh, man. Doesn't that thing just look like an absolute beast? We can hopefully speed up. No, we can't speed up time. But remember, Yamato's got like I don't know what the range was. What, like 40-some kilometers on their guns? Can you launch scout planes? I don't see one on here. Maybe Yamato didn't have one. I don't know. Contact! Target that bad boy. Let's actually turn. Here you can kind of see the information about our ship. Here's our damage control. Let's get our main guns. We're getting a firing solution. They're not turning yet. I can actually, if I give the hold order, they will turn but not fire. Cease, they won't even aim. Yeah, I see the catapults there, but I don't see the planes. Are they maybe like underneath or something? We can't quite get the rear one. We gotta turn a little more so we can get that rear turret going. There's a plane icon. We're going to wait till the firing solution gets a little better. Oh, they're firing at us, though. Look at that. All right, let's go ahead and fire. Oh, yeah. Get those 18s going. We can't actually spot them yet because they're so far away. He's 31,000 yards out. I should probably slow down. Their shots are coming in closer. Let's go down to about 20 knots. We also have our secondaries. I don't think they're really necessary, though. The ship isn't turning anymore. We're going 18 knots, heading 319. The target's still closing, but just barely. He's also going 19 knots. I actually saw the flash from his guns for a second there. Yeah, I would guess. Was it true that Yamato probably couldn't fire all the guns at the same time because of what it would do to the ship with that much kind of going in one direction? Let's see, we're at a 30% solution right now. It doesn't seem to get any better than that, at least at the moment. We could do a loose formation. And we can tell him to spot, which he'll wait until he... Of course, we can't see. That's probably unnecessary here because we can't see the shots land anyway. Not from this distance. Yeah, I'm waiting for the enemy to close the distance because he's at 30,000 and closing. I like the angle that I've got right now for a broadside, and if he's coming at me, I wonder if I can get a look at him. There's a speed control, but it won't. It says time compression's not available. Yeah, D'Almino, you're not really seeing much of the game. We just wanted to try out a battleship. This is not typically how the game goes. Oh, here's the that's auto fire flak. That's for anti-aircraft fire. Yeah, it does have a limited amount of ammo. Let me show you. If I highlight one of these guns, you can see how many shells of each type we have. And you can see the firing arc that they have, the percentage chance to hit, the distance to target. I'm going to go ahead and turn toward him a little bit and just try to close target before we try to fire again. Still trying to remember what button does what. Ram the enemy ship. Does radar help with the solution? I would imagine since we have radar that it would, yeah. I can just give it an attack command and then he'll kind of do things automatically. You can see now the secondaries are going to start firing. See, radar's automatically turned on. By clicking on radar, I'm actually turning it off. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I would use a scout plane. Yeah, you can plot course by clicking N and then clicking where you want to go. So like if I want to go right there, I can do that. No anti-aircraft ammo for main guns? I didn't see any. No, just star shells, HE, and AP. Yeah, I've tried all the different buttons. I can't seem to find anything that controls planes. That insane. That's not what you think it does. That is for anti-aircraft fire. That's not a plane icon to launch a plane. Boarding action. Yeah, I mean, I can do this. Nope. To kind of look at targets when they get closer. How close is he? I'm gonna switch to this target here. See 2 planes in the maintenance screen? Let me take a look at that. Yeah, right there. So we do have aircraft. The question is, how do we use them? Hold on, how about switch to air? No, nothing. That's something I'm going to have to figure out how to do. Okay, let's see. What's the distance? 26,000. We're still pretty far out. Can I control the guns? Yeah, I can manually fire the guns if I want. So, for example, right here, I can hit manual and then hit fire, and then I can just select where I want to fire them. And then say I want to fire them right there. I can do that, and it'll fire a salvo right where I told it to. Did I get hit? I think I did. But I want to keep it on automatic. Can you play the Bismarck? No, because this is right now just has Pacific. It does not have anything in the Atlantic. I think eventually they're going to add that, though. Yeah, I did just get hit. Boarding shells. Oh, they're getting close. Alright, so let's turn. We're at 25,000 yards now. And he's getting hits on me, so we need to do the same. I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to continue to target that ship. And then we're going to see if we can get some shots on target. Yeah, let's take a look at our damage control. It looks like he hit the bridge. Integrity's at 96%. Secondary gun's good. So we're automatically assigning damage control. You can actually do counter flooding if you start listing to one side or the other. We've got minor damage, no flooding. Efficiency's pretty good. We've got 2 damage control crews working on the damage control in those areas right now. Alright, so we're going to start getting some shots hopefully on target now. Let's see if we can go look at the target. This is the ship we're firing at. Let's watch the shells land. It's going to take them a while to get there. Oh, we overshot. What were those? Shells back there. The target crosshair, that's the radar. I can turn it on or off. There, now it's on. I thought it was already on. These are our secondaries, our main. These all have hotkeys. 1 is your mains, 2 is your secondaries. Okay, we're at 54% solution now. It's a lot better than we were. just want to watch my shells come in. I'm still landing way short. Secondaries are still firing. It's got a lot of similarities with Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, but it's actually got a campaign. I'm not right next to the enemy. I am 26,000 yards out from the enemy. I guess we could go right up in at him. I was firing at the closer target. It's just that now a different target is closer. So we'll switch out to the other target that's coming at me. Let's see what happens. Who will run out of ammo first? Go full bonsai? Yeah, let's do it. Alright. Navigation. Let's go straight at him. No, I want to go at him right now. There we go. Wish I could speed up time, but there's not a way to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna head at him. Asmuro, what's going on? Oh, let's do a damage control check. Yeah, okay. Everything's good. Minor damage, but nothing current. Looks like, yeah, our funnel did take a hit. It's at 60% integrity, but we've got people working on it right now. So we finally identified target number 1 as a North Carolina class battleship. That's the first we've actually identified him. We're finally getting in close enough to do that. He's still at 24,000 yards. Let's see, a yard's what, a mile is 1,760 yards. So that's, what, 15 miles? 14 miles? Is there a Japanese cover of Rule Britannia? Alright, we're starting to get a little closer with our shots now. 90% now, our main director is saying, for each of the guns. You can see the green bars are the progress bar toward reloading, so you can kind of get a sense of how long it'll take to reload. Once we zero in on target, we can turn off the loose formation. Can I switch the secondary to fire HE? That's all they have, actually. They don't have any AP shells. They've got 1,300 HE shells and then some star shells. Alright, we're definitely getting closer. 96% now. Once I get a little closer, we may go ahead and turn. But I'm going to keep going right at him for now. My son sounds like he's having a really good time playing Roblox. Oh, we took another big hit there. But, oh, no damage actually at the moment. Alright, let's nail this guy. Loose just means that you can see the spread of the shots. If we turn that off, once we zero in on the target, which now that we're at 96, 98%, once we start landing hits and we've pretty much got him zeroed, then we'll turn that off because the shells will all be more centralized. It's always Sabaton time. Yes. There's a hit. We landed a hit right on one of his turrets. Didn't do much, but I will say this. I wish the damage modeling was a little more like Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, but can't ask for everything, I guess. There, we got another hit. I'm going to go ahead and turn off loose now. Change it to narrow. All right, and we are at, what, 21,000 knots, or 21,000 yards. I'm going to go ahead and start turning this way now so we can get full broadside. These guys are going to swing all the way around. %. Damage control is good. Nothing at the moment. Wish I could figure out how to make these planes take off. I'm sure I'll figure that out by the time I start a campaign. Yeah, the turrets are rotating too fast, I agree. Just looking to see if there's anything I'm missing. Oh, I don't know what I did there. Looks like we took some damage to our propeller. And there you've got a timer on how long it'll take for them to repair that particular damage. We're at 19,000 yards now. All right, boys. Let's get all these guns a-firing. Oh, that was a hit on me. Where'd he hit? Nailed my main gun. Looks like the, I guess that'd be the C turret. He's really got me zeroed at the moment. They're not as close as it appears on the map, although they are pretty close. I'm going to go back to loose. It seemed like I was having more success with hitting him. There's really no way of knowing how much damage I've done. We may have to close in closer again. X turret, yeah, I guess that would be right. Or Y. Yeah, AB I guess would be up front. X and Y in the rear. So we've got damage to the propeller, which is about to be repaired, and then some damage here in the rear. We've also got damage on 2 of our main guns. But again, no idea what the damage is on these targets. I'm going to go ahead and move in at him again. I wish I could speed up the time to get us in closer. Flooding too? I didn't look at that. Yes, we do have some flooding up front. Some damage here. I'm going to try to finish out this battle if I can, but I don't want to make the stream go too awful late. Let's take a look here. Now we've got this ship's a lot closer, so we're going to go after that one. Yeah, you can't. No, it does the same thing as pressing F9. It won't let me speed it up. It's only 2:15 a.m. It's fine. Well, I appreciate your dedication. That's not concerning. My front turret's on fire? No. Actually, it's near the turret. Doesn't look like it's actually on the turret itself. They don't have too much on the way of damage modeling on the ship itself. You see that mostly in here. We've got some minor flooding. Speed, efficiency are at 98, 97%. We've dropped our solution to 76% now. We are charging. Bonsai charge. Oh, that hurt. Alright, let's get back here and look at our target. My son's losing his mind upstairs. He's 8 years old. He's having too much fun with his friends on Xbox. Yeah, I don't think I need anti-aircraft for this mission. You can see the smoke from my ship. Oh, you can see the flash from the guns too. I love that. I love how good it looks from a distance. I've said that several times, but I'm saying it again. Yes, this game is made by the same people who made Atlantic Fleet. Damage control, mostly up front at the moment. %84 now is our solution. Oh, that was so close. If those would have landed a little further out, that would have been nice. Now this is kind of curious. I'm wondering if I damaged his B turret because it's not turned to fire. That makes me wonder if it's damaged. Yeah, Pascal, that's why a couple people have noted the similarity in the sound. Oh, they're all landing just short. I'm going to tell them to spot, because if they do the spot, that'll hopefully... Well, of course, they might not be able to see yet from this range. We're still 15,000 yards out. That's about 8 miles. So, yeah, maybe I guess they can see at this point. Yeah, that B turret's definitely out. Now he's turning away from me. Let's oh, what's our damage situation? We've got a lot of damage up front. I'm gonna speed up, try and catch up to this guy. Oh, he just got B turret working again. It just turned. Boats, it's like Victory at Sea Pacific, but a lot better because there's a lot more that you can do. It looks much better. It doesn't have the glitches that the other one seems to have. I don't think the campaign's nearly as deep yet, but I think they'll get there because right now you just have a Guadalcanal campaign for both sides. But I think eventually there'll be more. There, we got a hit on the rear. We're just going to keep charging at them. We've closed it to 15,700 yards. Yeah, you can see my ship back there. Mostly the damage is up front right now, but our speed is down to 94%. Ah, we got another hit. We keep hitting them back here. And we got to remember there's 2 of them. Yeah, the turrets do seem to move too fast, but that's something we could give feedback for and maybe have them slow them down. Yeah, mod support would be phenomenal, boats. I agree. Yes, you can open the secondaries option. It's right here. The number 1 button is your mains, and number 2 is secondaries. Of course, they're just HE only. And what's cool here is, let's say you're in a fleet action, you can split your targets too. So I could have each of my turrets firing independently at different targets if I want to. You just have to highlight each of the turrets, and then you can give individual commands to them. I wish you could speed up during a fight like this. What are we at? We're at 15,000 yards now in closing. Let's reissue our navigation commands. I am using full salvos at the moment. We'll go back to our ship. Oh, man, he is just hammering me. Well, most of the damage has been all up front. We do have some damage on a couple of secondaries. Oh, that's our fire director there. That certainly hurts. Shadow Spartan, I actually looked at the campaign a little bit earlier. It does have William Carter. It's got campaigns for both Japan and the Allies starting in 1942, mainly Guadalcanal. And this whole video will be live on the channel later. So subscribe and hit the notification bell, and when the stream finishes and it goes live on the channel to be watched, it'll send you a notification. Ugh, we keep landing so close. We have closed to 13,000 yards in closing now. Let's see what the view looks like from here. Use our binoculars, you can actually get a pretty good look. Of course, you can do manual firing too. Our speed's down to 71%. Let's go ahead and navigate this way. Turn and get a full broadside on them. 416 people. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. If you're new, please subscribe. Hit that like button if you would. Glad to have you. Yeah, fire control is set to loose, just because I wasn't getting a lot of hits. But we can switch it to narrow. Or we can go full. Let's try full. I saw that, insane. Let's see where we're at on subs on the other channel. Yep, 9281. For those of you who are new, my other channel, Vlogging Through History, is where I post all my non-gaming historical content. So it's my visit to historic sites, my reaction videos to things like Sabaton. I think it is Carbon Star. I think it's worth a buy. How are aircraft done in the game? I did... Are streaming records being broken? Yeah, it's possible. I can't remember how many was the most we had on the first Grand Tactician stream. It was probably in the neighborhood of 400. What's our speed? We're down to 6 knots. He screwed up our fire. Or look at that. Our propellers have both been hit. We're dead in the water. Oh, boy. That's a problem. Still can't seem to hit this guy. Oh, I've been getting hit a lot. My funnel's hit. My fire director's been hit. Oh, we did get a hit there. Alright, now we're starting to land some hits. Now that we got in close. Of course, we can also do manual fire. I can do manual fire, and I can actually just aim it like so. So we can say, okay. Let's see here. We can say, okay, fire right there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Maybe I just need to be doing manual fire. That's one thing I've always wished on Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts that I could do. There should be a link in the description for the other channel. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've got a link in there. Alright, I'm going to switch back to automatic. Let's see how close we are. Under 10,000 yards now. What's our damage control look like? A lot of flooding on the outside of the ship. Oh, we've got heavy damage now. And we're, like I said, we're sitting dead in the water. Fire director's out. Main guns are all still operational though. Are the main guns firing? Ooh, that was brutal. I think they're going to take me out. My mains aren't firing, are they? There they go. It's because I had gone to manual control. Now we got fires in engineering. Ugh. Nothing can't be fixed with the power of flex tape. Magnificent last ride for Yamato. We got a lot of damage on the North Carolina here too. Or whichever ship it is. I don't know which one's which. Let's see what happens here. Oh. Alright, we gotta go manual fire again because we're just not having much success here. Seems like we're taking longer to reload too. Yeah, better than getting taken out by planes, huh? Oh, we overshot there. There we go. I want to at least take one of these things with me if I can. Nice, nice. Probably should have been doing manual from the beginning. Yeah, we'll try narrow spread now. Yeah, the ships could definitely use some damage. You could see that's the only complaint I really have is I wish it had kind of the damage effects like Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts has. I do like that it doesn't tell me exactly how he's damaged, because it shouldn't. I shouldn't know that. But of course, you know, in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, I can see exactly what's damaged and where and how much more I need to take him out with flooding. Seems like my rear turret's not firing. Yeah, Yamato was operating in 1942. We got some serious damage going on this one. Let's see what my damage looks like. A lot of flooding now. Critical damage. Let's go back and look at my ship. Ooh. Well, there's some visible damage now, or at least some scorch marks. We're just getting pummeled. There are spotter planes. We're trying to figure out how to use them. I haven't seen any way to do that. But you can see that the spots there for them, and they actually show in the damage control right here. But I haven't found any way to launch them. We're getting just crushed right now. Do I have props back yet? Let's take a look. One of them no, one of them yes. Yeah, we could do some counter flooding. That might have something to do with why we can't hit anything. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on automatic fire. It looks like I lost the two up front now. We're auto-assigning damage control at the moment. But yeah, I can definitely do counter flooding if I want to. But I don't think it's necessary at the moment. I don't think it much matters what I do at this point. We could try some HE shells. I don't actually have anybody that can fire at the moment though. Because I can't get the angle with this one and the other two aren't working. So I think that's it for the Yamato. I'll definitely, over the next couple of days, I'm going to get better at the game. Learn how everything works, get comfortable with it. And then we'll dive into a campaign, as well as maybe explore some of the custom battles, or the historic battles that are available. But yeah, the North Carolina's definitely owned the Yamato here. We're at critical damage. Fire's breaking out everywhere. I do have secondaries, but they're all taken out already, as you can see here. Yamo toast. 1 o'clock, Mr. Beep, for War Thunder tomorrow. Hey, every day's different. What's going on? You caught me right here at the end. Didn't even plan on streaming this today, and then I got the email that it had been released. Oh, poor Yamato. Look at all that. Brutal. My daughter needs help with her homework, so I have to wrap this up. trying to finish this battle. Deploy the lifeboats and board them, yeah. I'm gonna look real quick before we finish this up. I want to look at the no, it's just a report. Oh, okay, here you can see the damage now here. He does have heavy damage and minor flooding on the 1 North Carolina class. Do a barrel roll. How did I find the game, Mr. Beep? I had actually seen something about it on Steam, so I added it to my wish list, and then I got an email today that it had been released. But yeah, if this thing don't sync pretty soon, I'm unfortunately going to have to wrap this up. I was hoping to go into the settings and look at the controls for how to launch aircraft to see if there was a hotkey for it, but it doesn't appear that I can go into the settings while I'm in this. Can you save during a... Oh, you can save during a custom battle. That's cool. Alright, let's retreat. We can't leave. It'll probably scuttle the ship anyway. I don't think there's a scuttle button, but I think it definitely would have been scuttled in that case. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Last thing I want to do, and I did kind of cover everything, so if you didn't see something you wanted to see, just go back and watch afterwards. I'm sure that it'll be there. How do we get out of this? Quit. There we go. Let's look at the options. See if there's anything about aircraft. I don't see anything. Oh, we do have hedgehogs available. That's cool. Yeah, nothing, unfortunately. All right, well, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. There will definitely be more content from this game once I figure out what the heck I'm doing on it. So I hope you enjoyed. Join us over on Discord. We'll see you again soon. Thanks.